What would you do if God told you to sacrifice your only child? Genesis 22:2. Abraham faced this exact test, a profound lesson in trust and surrender. Genesis 22:12. Or imagine Noah building a massive ark in a desert driven by divine command despite skepticism. Genesis 6:14. Hosea was asked to marry Gomer, symbolizing God's enduring love and forgiveness despite human infidelity. Hosea 1:2. These acts of faith, from Moses parting the Red Sea, Exodus 14:21, to Daniel surviving the lion's den, Daniel 6:22, aren't just stories. They are powerful demonstrations of what faith can achieve. With faith, the impossible becomes possible. Today, we will explore and rank the top 10 shocking acts of faith in the Bible. Stay with us as we dive into these incredible stories, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're ready to grow your faith and be inspired by these extraordinary acts. Welcome to our channel where we explore the powerful, the unexpected, and the truly amazing stories of the Bible. Our mission is to bring the ancient texts to life, making them relevant and inspiring for today's world. If you love faith-building content and deep insights into Scripture, then you're in the right place. We delve into the historical context, the cultural significance, and the spiritual lessons that can be drawn from each story. Click subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a moment. By subscribing, you'll join a community of like-minded individuals who are passionate about exploring their faith and growing spiritually. We offer a variety of content from in-depth Bible studies and theological discussions to personal testimonies and practical advice for living out your faith. Our videos are designed to be engaging and thought-provoking, encouraging you to think deeply about your beliefs and how they apply to your everyday life. So, whether you're a lifelong believer or just starting your spiritual journey, we invite you to join us as we explore the depths of the Bible together. Don't forget to like, comment, and share our videos with your friends and family. Your support helps us reach more people with the life-changing message of the Bible. Thank you for being a part of our community. We look forward to growing in faith with you. God bless. 10. The Centurion's faith, Matthew 8:5-13. A Roman officer tells Jesus, "Just say the word and my servant will be healed." Jesus is stunned. "I haven't seen faith like this in all of Israel. It's faith without seeing, without proof, just trust." 9. Daniel knew praying would get him executed, but he opened his window and prayed anyway. Daniel was a trusted advisor to King Darius, but his peers were jealous. They tricked the king into signing a decree that anyone who prayed to any god or human other than the king would be thrown into the lion's den. Despite knowing the consequences, Daniel continued to pray to his God 3 times a day. When he was caught, the king had no choice but to follow through with the decree. Daniel was thrown into the lion's den, but his faith protected him. The next morning the king found Daniel unharmed, and he praised Daniel's God. Faith doesn't hide, even in the face of lions. As it is written in Daniel 6:22, "My God sent his angel, and he shut the mouths of the lions. They have not hurt me, because I was found innocent in his sight." 8. A pagan prostitute named Rahab risks her life to protect Israel's spies. When the king of Jericho orders her to turn them in, she hides them on her roof under stalks of flax. She then deceives the king's men, sending them on a wild goose chase. In return for her bravery, the spies promise to spare her and her family when the city falls. Rahab's newfound faith gets her into the family line of Jesus Christ, altering history. This story is found in Joshua 2:1-21. 7. For 12 long years she endured a condition that left her isolated and desperate. She had spent all she had on doctors, but none could heal her. In a final act of faith, she pushes through the crowd, determined to touch just the hem of Jesus' robe. Instantly she feels her body healed. Jesus stops, sensing the power that had gone out from him. He searches for her, and when she comes forward trembling, he says, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace." This story is found in Mark 5:25-34. 6. During a severe famine, the widow of Zarephath had only a handful of flour and a little oil left. She was preparing a final meal for herself and her son when the prophet Elijah arrived. Elijah asked her for water and a piece of bread. Despite her dire situation, she trusted his words and gave him her last meal. Her faith was rewarded as her jar of flour and jug of oil never ran dry, providing sustenance for her household throughout the famine. That kind of faith multiplies oil, multiplies flour, and multiplies miracles. As told in 1 Kings 17, 8, 16. 5. In the midst of a fierce storm, the disciples see Jesus walking on the water. Peter, filled with faith, asks to join him. He steps out of the boat into the raging sea. As long as he focuses on Jesus, he literally walks on water. But when he notices the wind and waves, fear sets in, and he begins to sink. Jesus reaches out and saves him, teaching a powerful lesson about faith and doubt. This story is found in Matthew 14:22, 33. 4. The furnace was already burning fiercely. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refused to bow to King Nebuchadnezzar's golden statue. They declared, "Even if God doesn't save us, we will not bow." The king, enraged, ordered the furnace heated 7 times hotter. Yet when they were thrown in, an angelic figure appeared with them and they emerged unharmed. Faith that chooses God over survival, even in the face of death. As told in Daniel 3:16, 28. 3. Imagine being told to marry someone who will cheat on you, over and over again. Hosea, a prophet, was commanded by God to marry Gomer, a woman who would be unfaithful to him. As it says in Hosea 1:2, when the Lord began to speak through Hosea, the Lord said to him, "Go, marry a promiscuous woman and have children with her, for like an adulterous wife this land is guilty of unfaithfulness to the Lord." Through this painful relationship, Hosea lived out the message of God's unrelenting love for unfaithful people. Despite Gomer's repeated betrayals, Hosea's commitment symbolized God's enduring love and forgiveness. That's costly, painful, obedient faith. 2. No rain, no flood, no applause, just decades of building based on a word from God. Noah was instructed to build an enormous ark to save his family and pairs of every animal species from an impending flood. Despite the ridicule and disbelief of those around him, Noah's unwavering faith drove him to complete the monumental task. Faith that looks crazy until the rain starts falling. And when the floodwaters rose, Noah's ark became a sanctuary, proving the power of steadfast belief. As it says in Genesis 6:14, "So make yourself an ark of cypress wood, make rooms in it and coat it with pitch inside and out." And finally, God finally gives Abraham a son, Isaac, after years of waiting and promises. But then, God tests Abraham's faith by asking him to sacrifice Isaac. Abraham, in deep distress, obeys and takes Isaac to Mount Moriah. He ties Isaac to an altar, raises the knife, and God intervenes, providing a ram instead. Shocking, terrifying, but deeply obedient faith. Reflecting on our top 10 shocking acts of faith, each story reveals the incredible cost of true faith. These acts weren't easy, safe, or popular, but they were undeniably powerful. Faith in these stories didn't wait for proof. As it says in Hebrews 11:1, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." It took action, even when everything was on the line. Which of these top 10 shocking acts of faith in the Bible resonated with you the most? Was it the tale of unwavering faith in the face of adversity, or perhaps the story of redemption and forgiveness that touched your heart deeply? Each narrative holds a unique power to transform our lives. Drop your ranking in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Your insights and reflections are invaluable to us and to this community. Sharing your perspective not only enriches our collective understanding but also encourages others who may be on a similar journey. If this encouraged you, give it a like. It really helps us grow this faith-based community. Your support through likes and shares enables us to reach more people with messages of hope, love, and faith. Every small action you take can have a big impact on someone's life. And subscribe for more bold Bible content. By subscribing, you ensure that you never miss out on our latest videos, discussions, and teachings. Stay connected with us as we explore the depths of Scripture and its relevance in our daily lives. Until next time, keep walking by faith, even when it's hard to see. Remember, faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. In moments of doubt and uncertainty, Let your faith be your guiding light. Trust in the journey and know that you are never alone.